This meeting is being recorded.
All right, fantastic, everyone. Hello. It is Monday, 5th of December, and today we'll be working on balance. I've asked everybody to come with a tennis ball. If you don't have a tennis ball, I'll show you some exercises to do without. Just going to grab my tennis ball. And we're going to start with the massage of the foot. So starting standing, you'll put the tennis ball on the mat, place your right foot on top, and we just roll up and down. So balance, of course, starts in the feet. And when we work on balancing postures, if you have your feet in a good state, in a good position, that is already going to help tremendously with your balance. For those of you who don't have a tennis ball, I recommend just placing your right foot on the floor and lifting the heel and then rolling back, lifting up the toes. So it's like you're rolling up and down on the foot. It gives a nice little stretch of the plantar fascia. And this is going to help all of the structures of the foot. Now, if you have the tennis ball, place the ball on just below the toes. It's a region that's called the paw of the foot, just below the toes. And you'll press down and curl your toes over the ball and then release. So curl your toes down over the ball and release. This is engaging a lot of the muscles in the feet, and it's getting a lot of the tendons and the arches of the feet. You have a lot of arches in the feet. Getting the arches in the feet to curl over the ball is very, very useful. Okay, take your foot off the ball and place your foot on the floor and just notice how you feel, right foot and left foot. Okay, let's do the left foot now, rolling up and down. And again, if you don't have a tennis ball, you can simply rock your foot. Lift the toes and then lift the heel. Just sort of rock it. At least you're getting a nice stretch and you're activating the toes. If you're rolling on the ball, you can put more or less pressure on the ball depending on how you feel, how it feels to you. Up and down we go. And then you can place the ball underneath the paw of the foot and curl your toes down over the ball and release. Curling down over and release. At the same time, you've got most of your weight on the opposite foot. Just notice how that feels, okay? And how your foot can sort of meld into the floor. One more time, curl your toes over and then release. And you can now push the ball to the side, bring your feet with, and see if you can open your toes, okay? Opening every single one, big toe, little toe, all of them open up. Close your eyes for a moment. And then with the eyes closed, this is a really good balancing technique. Lean forward towards your toes and feel how the toes grab into the floor. Notice also how the ankle reacts, how the front of the tibia reacts, the knees, and maybe even the hip and back. And then we'll lean to our right, lean towards the right foot, less weight on the left. Notice how the leg reacts and the ankle and the foot. Then lean to your left and notice if there's a difference. Sometimes you can feel more tension, right side, left side. Then come back to center and see if you can put the weight a little bit more in your heels. This is a little bit more difficult. You have to lean back into your heels. You feel the front of the ankle reacting, perhaps the knees reacting, perhaps a bit the back as well. And then keeping your eyes closed, see if you can get the weight at the centers of your feet, just where the main arch of your foot is. Press the toes down and see if you can create an arch in your feet. If you feel that your arches are falling a little bit, see what you need to do to create it. For most people, it's pressing the big toe down. When you press it down, it creates an arch in your foot. Good. And open your eyes now. Slide your hands down your thighs. Let your hips go backwards towards the back of your mat. Lengthen out your spine. Take a deep breath in and breathe out and round your spine. Tucking the hips under, look to your belly button. Breathing in, let's arch. We're just warming up here. Breathing out and rounding. And again, let's breathe in and arch. Looking forward and upward, breathing out and rounding. Take your time, a few more. Breathing in, arching. Breathing out, rounding. And once more, let's breathe in and arch. And breathe out and round. Come up to standing. Keeping the feet hip width, keeping the toes pressing down, arches lifting. Raise your arms, clasp your hands together and push the palms skyward. Take a deep, deep breath in. Breathe out, lean to your right, stretching the side body. Breathing in, rise back. Breathe out, lean to your left. That's it. Breathing in, rise. Take your time. Breathing out, lean to the right. Breathing in, rising. Breathing out, lean to the left. Breathing in, rising. One more time each side. Breathing out. Breathing in. Last one. Breathe out. And in. Open your arms now. Clasp your hands behind you. Stretch your arms as straight as possible. Open the chest. Lift the chin. Let your head go back if it's comfortable. Take 3 deep breaths here. Deep into the rib cage. And breathe out. Feel a big expansion through the chest, through the lower ribs. Breathing in and out. One more time. Deep, deep breath in and out. Relax. Roll your shoulders a few times. Turn your head now right to left a few times. Just gentle turning in a no motion of the head. And then let's make a yes motion, lifting and lowering. And now let's bring our hands to our heart center. If you're not already at the front edge of your mat, step forward and get to the front edge. Take a deep breath in, raise your arms. Let's go slowly and fold, bringing the elbows towards the knees. Let your hips go back in a squat position. Set the fingertips down and step back to a plank position. Lift your chin, look forward. Softly lower your knees to the floor and softly lower the chest. Pointing your toes, lengthen your legs. This is actually a really good cueing to get your back, your hips, and your legs lengthened behind you. Take a deep breath in, rise to a small cobra. Bring your chest back down. Push up onto the hands and knees. And let's just get another side stretch in here. Right hand off the mat, left hand on top. Press the hips back. Coming back up, left hand off the mat, right hand on top, pressing back. Good. Coming back onto your mat, tucking your toes under, rise to a downward facing dog. And here, let's just pedal. Let's just pedal the feet a little bit. And then with the pedaling, begin stepping your feet forward in small, small increments. We'll start moving forward to the front edge of the mat. Once you're there, feet are hip width. Bend your knees, hands to the thighs. Lift to a chair, but keep your hands on your thighs. Lift your chest. Lengthen your neck. Let the hips go back. Pull the belly in very tightly to keep a nice long belly. And just bounce here with the hands on the thighs. Bouncing 3, 2, 1. Come up to standing, arms stretched by your sides, chest lifted, chin lifted. Hands to heart center. We'll do all of this again very slowly. Take your time. Deep breath in. Folding, elbows come to knees, hips go back. So good for the hips and thighs. Step back to a plank position. Lift your chin, looking forward, softly. Let the knees come to the earth and the chest comes down. Pointing your toes, lengthen your legs behind you, helping to lengthen the back. Rise up to a cobra, opening the chest, open the throat, and bring your chest down. Come up onto the hands and knees. A quick side stretch again, this time off the left-hand side of the mat. Press your hips back. Coming back up, bring the hands off the right-hand side of the mat. Press the hips back. Lifting back up, and we come back onto the mat, tucking the toes under, taking downward facing dog. And we'll just pedal the feet to start, getting back into those feet and toes, ankles, calves, knees, and begin stepping forward. Soft steps, slowly, slowly. Your fingertips may come off the floor, hands to thighs, lift up into the chair. Lengthen out the back, the belly, the throat, chin is lifted, and we bounce here. 3, 2, 1. Come up to standing arms stretched by your sides. Perfect posture. Yes. A little bit faster now, ladies. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Folding forward, elbows to knees. Stepping back to plank. Move your knees down, move the chest down. Lengthen your legs, rise up to cobra. Now we're going to push straight back to down dog. No side stretch, just straight back to down dog. Step your right foot forward first and make it all the way to the front edge of your mat. Knees bend, hands to thighs. This time, lift your arms in chair and bounce. 3, 2, 1. Up to standing, arms straight. Yes. Hands to heart center, going again. Deep breath in. I'm going to come have a look. Fold it forward. Stepping back to plank. Yes. Good. Move your knees down first, then the chest softly moves to the floor. Point your toes, rising up to cobra. No side stretch here, just push back. Down dog. That's it. Begin with your left foot now, stepping forward. Left, right, good. Hands to thighs, coming up, arms up to the sky and bounce. 3, good. 2, 1, all the way up to standing. Fantastic, everyone. Hands to heart center, go again. Deep breath in. Yes, fold it forward. Good, excellent, Sophie. Step back, plank, good, Finola. Moving down. Very nice, Natalie. Coming all the way down, pointing your toes, cobra. You're looking great, Evelyn. Down dog. Excellent, pushing back. Good, Gitel. Step your right foot forward first. Nice to see you, Lisa. Keep coming forward. Yes. Up into chair, arms by the ears and bounce it. 3. Excellent, Kati. 2, 1, all the way up to standing. Last round. Let's go. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Beautiful, ladies. Fold it forward. Stepping back to the plank. Good. Move yourself down softly, slowly. Knees, then chest. Yes. Point your toes, lengthen out. Push the tailbone back and come up to cobra. And then push back to down dog. And softly stepping forward. Beautiful. Very good. Hands to thighs, coming into chair. Bounce it. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Coming up to standing. Bringing your hands now to your heart center. We're going to move into some balancing. Soften your knees. Have them just slightly bent. Raise your right foot. Set your gaze at the horizon. Keeping your hands at your heart center. It's a bit of a challenge. Send the right leg back into an airplane position. Hands stay at the heart center. And then bring it back without touching the floor. Lift it up in front of you. Woo! Challenge for me too. And then bring the foot back down. We change sides. Left foot comes up. Set your gaze. Send it back into an airplane. Hands stay at the heart center. Coming back slowly, knee coming up in front of you. And set it down. Deep breath in, raise the arms. Folding forward, just as we did before. Stepping back to the plank. From here, we're going to take side plank. You could lower your right foot and open up, left arm to the sky. Or you can spin on both feet, raising the left arm to the sky. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand down, lower your knees, lower your chest. Point your toes, lengthen everything out, come up to cobra. Push back to down dog. All right. Raise your right leg, please. Bring it as far forward as possible on the mat. Spin your left heel down. Set your right elbow to the right side, left hand to the hip, and we'll raise the left arm to the sky, opening up, getting expansive. Lift the chest, lift the head. Bring the left arm now over your head. Reach to the front of your mat or just far out in front of you. Now circling, bring the hand to the hip. Lift your chest, both hands to the hips. Now this is a really big balancing act. You're going to need to bend the right knee nicely. It's the front leg. Push off your left foot and come into chair. Ha. Bounce it here. 3, 2, 1. All the way up to standing. Good. Hands to heart center. We'll do the whole thing on the other side. Set your gaze. Raise your left foot. Knee is bent. Coming into airplane. Send the leg back. Balancing on one. Bring the leg up in front of you again without touching the floor. Set it down. Right leg now. Up it goes. Set your gaze. Send the leg back. Bring the knee up in front of you again. And set it down. Deep breath in. Let's go. Breathing out. Let's fold forward. Stepping back to the plank position. Now we'll open up to the right. So you could lower the left foot for a supported side plank or spin with both your feet, raising the right arm. And we hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand back down, lower your knees, your chest. Point your toes, lengthening out, rise to cobra. Push back, downward facing dog. Raise your left leg, bring it forward as far forward as possible. Spin your right heel down, left elbow to the side, right arm reaches to the sky, open it up. And then bring the right arm over the head, reach to the front of your mat. Now circling the arm, bring it to the hip. Lift your chest, other hand to the hip. Push off your right leg. This increases balance. Step it forward into chair. Arms by your ears and bounce. 3, 2, 1. Up to standing. The whole round again, right side and left side. Hands to heart center. Raise your right knee now. Send the right leg back into airplane. Set your gaze at the floor. Bring it back without touching the floor. Set it down. Other leg, left knee up. Send it back. Knee back up in front of you. Set it down. Deep breath in, raise the arms, stretch skyward, and folding forward, elbows to knees. Stepping back to plank. Right knee can come down, you lift your left arm, or you spin both legs, side plank, 3, 2, 1. Hands come down, knees come down, lower the chest. Point your toes, lengthen out to cobra, and down dog. Right leg forward, as far forward as possible. Left heel spins down, right elbow to the thigh, left hand to the hip first, and then raise your left arm. Bring the left arm over the head, reach to the front of the hold. 3, 2, that's it. 1, circling the arm, hand to hip, lift your chest, other hand to hip, push off the back leg, coming into chair, bounce at 3, 2, 1, up to standing. Last round, hands to heart center. Start with the left leg, lifting. Send it back into airplane. Flow with the movement. Coming back, knee comes up without touching the floor. Bring it down, right knee. Send it back, flowing along with your breath. Knee comes back up. Set it down, raise your arms. Oh, folding forward, looking good, everyone. Stepping back to plank. Side plank, left knee can come down or just spin out and raise your right arm, holding. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand down, lower your knees, lower your chest, point your toes, coming up into cobra, and down dog. Left leg comes up and swing it forward. Spin your right heel, left elbow to the left thigh, right hand to the hip. Raise the arm up, holding, and bring the arm over the head. Reach to the front of the room. 3, 2, 1. Circling the arm, hand to the hip. Lift your chest, left hand to the hip. Push off your right foot to come into chair. Up, bounce it here. 3, 2, 1. All the way up to standing. Good job, everyone. Well done. Just recovering. Take a few deep breaths. If you'd like, take a step back and get into the center of your mat. Raising your right leg, we're going to clasp around the knee. Lift your chest and set your gaze at a point on the wall. This is where we improve our focus. This sends a message to your brain. When you focus your eyes on one point, the message sent to your brain is one of continual focus and concentration. And it can be transferred into work or into any tasks, anything you need to get done. You use this power. Place your left hand to your left hip and open your right knee to the right. So we're getting deep into those stabilizing muscles. You can turn your head to the left if you wish for a little bit more challenge. Turn your head to look forward, bring the knee forward, and let's bring the foot back down to the floor. If you need to relax and let go, shake out your feet. Shake out the feet, the ankles, the knees. It helps to relax them before the stretch. Left knee comes up. Go ahead and grab a hold of the knee and hold it here, focusing your eyes on one point. Deep breaths. So this is one of the exercises you can do at home throughout the day when you're standing. Maybe you're watching TV, maybe you're listening to news, Maybe you could even be talking on the telephone, on the speaker. Keep your left hand on the left knee, right hand to the hip, and bring the left knee out to the left. Getting deep into those stabilizing muscles, especially on the right leg. Turn your head to the right if you want to work a little bit harder, and hold. 3, 2, 1. Turn your head forward, bring the knee forward, and let's relax. Good job, shake out. So even if you lose your balance, just come back to the exercise because you're still teaching your body how to balance, even if you fall out of the posture. Okay. Now we're going to be doing a couple of balancing exercises, which are very, very interesting to do at home or at your office. Hands to your hips. Send your right leg behind you, right leg, and raise the right leg. Hold it here. And maybe raise both arms up to the sky. If you feel it's too much for your low back, keep your hands at your hips. And to go even farther, close your eyes. See if you can do this with your eyes closed. Holding 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes, hands come down, foot comes down. Good. Hands to the hips again. Left leg behind you. Lift the leg. And maybe you want to lift the arms. And you can close your eyes. And we hold. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Hands come down. Good job. Now here's one which helps to work the entire body, all systems of balance, as well as the inner ear. You're going to lift the right leg in front of you. You can have it straight or slightly bent, as you wish. And you will crisscross your arms in front of you. Okay? So this is the first level. Second level, start lifting the arms up as you crisscross and lower them back down. Do it 3 times. Up and down. Smooth breathing, and you're focusing on one point. One more time, lift the arms up and down. Good, relax. Whew. And you should be feeling there are very deep muscles here that are engaging to keep your balance. We want to work those muscles every day. Left leg, lifting up. Raise your arms and just crisscross. Start down low. Maybe you only want to stay here, crisscrossing the arms, or move up and down 3 times. Once more. And down. And relax. Very good. Bravo. Hands to your hips. Bend your right knee. Now here's our classic balancing position, tree pose. The knee goes out to the side. You could be at the ankle or heel higher than the kneecap, or you grab the ankle and bring it up to the inner thigh. Raise your arms in a V, raise your eyes, and again, focus your eyes on one point. Hands to hips and lower the foot. Bravo. Very good, everyone. Left leg, the knee bends, bring it out to the side. You could be at the ankle, a little bit higher than the kneecap, or the inner thigh. Once you're there, get your arms in a V position, lift the chest, lift the eyes. Deep breaths in and out. Beautiful. Hands to hips. Bring the foot back down. Excellent. Come back to the front edge of your mat. Hands to heart center. So we're going to be working now a little bit on the belly, on the back, maybe a little bit of bridge pose, but then we go into some stretches. We'll hold the stretches a little bit longer because when we do the balancing positions, it really gets into those deep stabilizing muscles and we want to stretch them now. Deep breath in, rise. Fold forward, elbows to knees, and step back to your plank position. In your plank, lift your head, pull your chest forward. Let the hips rise a little bit. You have a nice curve in the back, and you'll take 5 deep breaths. As you breathe out, pull the belly button in more tightly and pull your perineum up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees softly, lower your chest all the way to the floor, and bring your hands underneath your forehead, moving the hips from side to side. Just relax and let go. Lift your head. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders for a Sphinx position. Press the palms down and push your shoulders down, lifting the chin. So here we're getting a deep stretch into the abdominals. If you feel you would like to go a little bit farther, flex your feet and bend your knees. See how far you can bring your heels in towards your hips, just with the strength of the backs of your legs. Holding here, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your legs back down softly. Lower your chest softly to the earth and move the hips from side to side. That's it. Lifting back up. Lift your legs now. So you've got your head and chest a little bit up on the floor. Lifting the legs, squeeze the glutes, point your toes strongly. And we'll hold here for a really good contraction down the back body. Deep breathing, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back down, move the hips again from side to side. Lift once more, head, chest, and shoulders. Bend your knees, set your hands onto your heels. Push your heels into your hands to rise up for the modified bow pose. Here we go, deep breaths, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back down, hands under the shoulders, push up onto the hands and knees. Good. Bring your knees underneath your hips. And we're going to place our left hand under the face, so directly beneath the nose. Raise your right arm. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, weave the right arm underneath your chest for a deep twist. Right shoulder to the floor. Bring your right ear to the floor. And if you would like, take your left arm and wind it around the low back until you can touch the right thigh. And just hold here. Good. Bring the left hand back down to the earth. Push against the left hand. Now bring your right hand underneath the nose, and we'll raise the left arm. Take a deep breath in, stretch it to the sky, and then weave it under your body, under the chest, until the left ear comes to the earth. Then you can bring your right arm around your low back, touching your left thigh,
And you get into that deep twist. Unwind your right hand back down to the floor, coming up onto the hands and knees once again. You could either come up to kneeling on the knees, depending on how your knees are, or come to sitting onto your heels. Right arm rises up and bring it behind the neck towards the upper back. Left arm twists, reach up and see if you can grab the fingers. If not, it's okay. You reach for the fingers. Lift the head and close your eyes, taking some deep, slow breaths here. Open your eyes, releasing the fingers. Fingertips to the floor. Roll your shoulders. Other side. Left arm comes up. Reach behind the head towards the upper back. Right arm will twist the hand. Reaching up. See if you can grab the fingers. And once you're there, close your eyes. Deep breaths in and out. Opening the eyes, release. Fingertips on the floor, roll your shoulders. Bring your feet to one side and then in front of you, and we're going to roll down onto our backs. Getting ready for the bridge poses. We'll just do 2 bridge poses today. The first one, we're going to work the perineum. The second one will be the full bridge. Elbows can go into the floor. Lift your hips up halfway. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, knees squeeze together. Perineum lifts and the belly button goes in. As you breathe in, you let your knees come apart. Here we go. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And again, breathe out. Breathing in. 4 more times. Here's the last one. Good. Bring your hips down softly. Set the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Then set your hands at the fronts of your hips. Breathe naturally and just let go here. Lift your knees back up. Set your feet hip width now, knees hip width. We'll take our highest bridge pose. Elbows into the floor, opening the chest. When you press down behind your arms into the floor, it lifts the chest. You should feel that lift. Raise your hips as high as possible. Lengthen your neck. And we stay here. This is the yogic bridge. The breath stays at the diaphragm, just beneath the ribs. You get a good squeeze in the glutes as well as the thighs working to get you up. Hold another 2 breaths. Now raise your arms over your head. Reach behind you and slowly, slowly lower the back onto the earth. 1 vertebra at a time. Very, very, very slowly. Once the back is all the way onto the floor, open your feet as wide as your mat, and let's get that nice soft twist, which really lengthens out the oblique muscles. It helps to open up the belly and lengthen your abdominal muscles. Good. One knee at a time, change sides. Let the knees fall to the left, arms stretch far behind you. Excellent. One knee at a time, lifting back up. Now we can bring our knees to the chest and softly rock from side to side. Come back to the center, lift your head, bring your nose between your knees, round out the body completely, and then we'll softly lower the head to the floor. Keep your right knee against your chest, stretch your left leg onto the floor. Good. Now check to see, normally with the leg stretched out, you have a little bit of curve in your low back. Keep that curve in the low back. So the low back is off the floor. Stretch your right leg to the sky and let's make a big circle with the foot. Opening the toes, releasing any tension in the ankle. Change the direction of the circle. Flexing your foot, pull the leg towards you as far as possible. Yes. Now we're going to hold this position. This is helping to stretch the whole back chain of the leg and the parts that also helped us to stabilize as we were going into balancing positions. Lift your head, chest, and shoulders. Now we're going to get the whole back chain of the body. So you can get the nose to the knee and you hold 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Okay, now here's where we're going to do something a bit different. Bend your right knee towards your right shoulder and grab either the ankle or the tibia or the bottom of the foot, if you can get it, and pull the foot towards your chest. This is going to create a deep stretch into the hip. It should not be uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable, you can simply bring the knee over towards the chest. If you can bring it more towards the shoulder, the outside of the right arm, you're going to get a deeper stretch into the hip. Take a few deep breaths here. And then if possible, grab the bottom of the right foot with your right hand. Set your left hand to the left thigh and begin straightening a little bit your right leg. So the knee is on the outside of the shoulder. See how much you can straighten the leg. Some people might be able to straighten it completely, but most people will have a bent knee, just like me. Holding 3, 2, 1. Now we'll rebend the knee and hook the right foot behind the left thigh. Let the right knee cross over towards the left-hand side of your mat for a spinal twist. So this spinal twist has the right knee bent, left leg straight. Right arm out to the side. Deep breathing here. 3, 2, 1. Raise your right arm. Roll to your left-hand side. Bend both knees now. Grab your right ankle, or ideally the top of the right foot, and push the knee behind you. So here we're stretching not only the quadriceps, but also the top of the foot, which also has all those stabilizing muscles in the ankle for our balance. Good. Okay, let's bring the right knee up towards the right shoulder and roll back onto the back. Bringing both knees up again. Lift your head, nose between the knees, rounding out completely. And then releasing to the floor. Stretch your right leg onto the floor this time.
Bring your left leg up and let's be that big circle with the foot to release any tension that's built up in the ankle or foot. Change the direction of the circle. Now straighten the left leg. And here, check to make sure there's curve in your low back for the first stretch. Pull the leg towards you. And we hold. Good. The more you flex your foot, the more you're going to get into the calf as well. Take a deep breath in. Here we're going to go into the back chain. Breathe out, lift your head, chest, shoulders, nose to the knee, and we hold. 3, 2, 1. Release, bend the knee, and here we go. We're going to let the knee go out towards the left shoulder. You grab the ankle or the bottom of the foot and pull the foot towards the chest, and we hold here. Then we grab either the ankle or the bottom of the foot with the left hand. Right hand can go into the right thigh. Stretch the leg. Stretch it out to your left. Yeah, really good. Some people may be able to straighten the knee, or maybe not. You keep it bent, but you should feel that deep, deep stretch going into the back of the leg, maybe the back of the knee, and into the hip. Good job. Rebend the knee. Woo. Hook the foot behind the right thigh and let the knee go out to the right. Stretch your left arm for that spinal twist. Well done. Raise your left arm, rolling to the right side. Let's grab a hold of the top left foot, push the knee behind you, hip forward. Bring your left knee back to the shoulder, roll back onto your back, knees to the chest. This time, rock your knees to the right, turn your head to the left. Rock your knees to the left, turn your head to the right. And again, rocking and change. One more time each side, knees to the right, head to the left. Knees to the left, head to the right. Back to center, lift the head, nose between the knees. And lower your head down. Stretching one leg at a time onto your mat. Set your hands onto your belly. Take some deep breaths in and out of the upper belly. Ideally, breathing in and out of the nose only. Good. At your next breath in, count the breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in naturally and count the breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to add on. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe naturally and slowly. Controlling your breath helps to calm the nervous system. And it doesn't matter what exercise you do in breath control. Each of these breath control exercises we do at the end of class help to spark the parasympathetic nervous system and get you into rest and digest mode. Relax now your hands and your feet. Your arms and your legs. Relax your hips and your shoulders. Relax the whole front of your body, abdomen, belly, and chest. Throat and jaw. All of the muscles of the face. And now relax your whole back body. Low back, middle back, upper back, back of the neck, and back of the head. Now imagine that you have a deep heat, as if your bones are heating up, becoming red hot and radiating heat from the bones to the skin. It's comforting. Its warmth is keeping you safe and comfortable. Keep this warmth and this heat within you throughout the rest of the day. Begin now to breathe more deeply. And moving your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, raise your arms over your head and stretch from fingers to toes. And then bring your knees up against your chest, squeeze them against your chest. Roll all the way to your right hand side. Good. Set your hands down in front of you and lift from the side. Coming to a seated position. Let's rub our hands together. Bring the hands over your face as if you're washing your face clean. Tap softly around your eyes. And shake out. This time we're going to rub our hands together. And I want you with all 4 fingers to start tapping at your jaw and tap up over the eyes without touching the eyelids, and then up to your forehead. We'll do that 3 times. Tap from your jaw up, over to the forehead, and 1 more time. Tapping up, over, and to the forehead. Good. Hands at your heart center. Have a lovely afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining, and namaste. Have a great day.